If you stop this video after what I'm going to say, then you are literally the person who needs to be watching. Far-right American insurrection movement has nothing to do with voter fraud. On a day when America shows the world that we do democracy better than anyone else, we failed. The far-right attempt to overthrow the government of the United States in a bid to stop the peaceful transfer of power because they lost an election that their leader claimed they won, even though there is no evidence of the type of fraud on the magnitude of scale that would change the election. Was there voter fraud? Of course. There's always some level of it. Statistically, nothing even worth investigating because usually it's fraud by mistake and not with a desire to change the election. But, according to Trump's own administration, this was the most secure election in history. So the argument that there was massive voter fraud doesn't track. And honestly, that's all it is, an argument. No matter how many four-season landscaping press conferences you hold, you still need evidence, which no one can really seem to actually produce. 5 people died. A police officer was beaten to death. The halls of Congress were desecrated. Extremists posted that they wanted to kill Pelosi and Pence. Trump tweeted that they are special people and that he loves them, affirming the righteousness of their action. All of this, of course, was encouraged by Trump, who has been fanning the flames for over 4 years with imagined threats of immigrants coming to rape and steal, and suburban utopia being overrun by the urban hordes, and praising those who defend their white heritage of hate from those who want to tear down statues and such. This from the guy who tweeted, "If you loot, we shoot," when it came to anyone protesting that isn't white and telling his domestic terrorists that, again, he loves them and that they are special. None of this has anything to do with voter fraud. It's one more lie, a dog whistle for those whose real agenda is white supremacy. How do we know this? It's evident by the flags they fly and the shirts they wear, and not just the fact that they were trying to overthrow the government and change the results of a legal democratic election. I mean, nothing says white supremacy like a good old Nazi flag, Confederate flag, or Nazi propaganda. Look, I'm not saying all Republicans are Confederate flag-waving Nazis. Clearly, there are many who have called this outrage for what it is. They seemingly have had enough and know that there aren't good people on both sides when it comes to racism and white supremacy. But the impeachment truly has shown us something else. When the insurrectionist mob dispersed and the evidence came out, the majority of the elected Republican officials, even those who decried the insurrection, are siding with the idea that all this is okay. Which begs the question, is the Republican Party truly the far-right extremist party at this point? This has been Locked In with Loki.